Hello everyone. I'm going to take a few moments to sit here and talk with you about our new intentional interaction form in ERES Life. It's changed from last semester to this semester. You just log in ERES Life with your net ID and net password. Click on intentional interaction in your My Forms area and you'll have the date. You put in the date. You will click on the residence hall that you are in, listed by the zone. And I'll just put this for example. And then you want to log in your resident like you did in the past. For the new people, you just type in their 9-digit. You would get that from your floor chart, from your residence director or community director. If you know their name, it will pull names, but sometimes there's more than one person named, either James Brown or John Smith. So you want to make sure the 9-digit is used because that will definitely get the right person. So I will choose this one. You click on the magnifying glass. If it doesn't pick them up, for my situation, it's probably because they don't no longer a student. Okay, so this would be Isaac Elias. So you click on that, make sure he pops up right here, or the resident you choose right here. And now something new that we've added. There are 3 different versions we've noticed that people give us on information. Not everybody has the opportunity to meet with everybody that they have on their floor. They make many attempts, but just can't do it. But you still want to put some information in to let us know what you do know about the student. So we have 3 options. The one we really want is the face-to-face, but we know things do not always happen that way. That's when you directly speak with the student. We've seen that you've tried to go knock on the door several times and you may just end up talking to the roommate, or in the hallway you notice that they hang out with some friends and you see them more often than you do the resident. So if you've talked to them in that regard, you're getting secondary information, so you click that. Now if you're not able to talk to anybody about this person, or they don't have many close friends, or the roommate's never there, or they're in a private room, whatever the case may be, and you need to put something in, but you did observe things, you can write that information in as well. So that's what you select. If you've witnessed some things, some actions, observation, you click that. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to go with face-to-face, okay? Now we have themes, focus areas. The first 2 are themed, but that's already happened. We're working on the 3rd interaction. We're in the spring semester. Even if you're a new RA, we're working on the 3rd interaction. So goal setting / sense of belonging. And we'll click that one. And we have question prompts. You notice we don't have any for these because those have already happened and we're still working on them for the future. This is a new thing for the entire department. We want for you to look at these 7 questions. You don't necessarily have to ask them these exact questions, but we want to give you something to work with. Some goals that they're going through this semester, what their plans are, what they're involved, things you can do to help them. So you can look over and see how you want to ask those questions. So when you ask it gets kind of that topic area, that subject material, we like for you to write it in this box. Summarize it to your best ability. We're looking at 2 to 4 sentences, 2 being the minimum, 4 being the maximum. But if you have a lot of information you want to put in there, you feel free to do it. But let's just try our best to go 2 to 4 sentences, okay? You don't have to necessarily be so detailed in there because right here you'll see we have a list of concerns. That if you notice these things or these things came up in your conversation, you click on them. Click as many as apply. Okay, that can be more than one. And so if you click these, you want to make sure you go down here and you want to write in this box for each concern you list. That way we know what to do to help the student or refer them to beyond the point of you having a conversation with them. We do understand that there are not all the concerns listed in this area, so you can click Other and then type that concern in and talk about it as well. Another thing we've noticed, we want to make sure it's clear for you, is click No Concern if you have no concerns. You shouldn't write anything in this box if you have no concerns. Because if there's something in this box, it means there's a concern and you should have clicked something, okay? So just make sure that you understand that. And just to go over what these concerns mean: academic performance, things that they're doing in the classroom. Either they're failing a course is very challenging to them, they need some more assistance. Look at tutoring and things of that nature. Financial be something, do they have a job? They talk about they're trying to find a part-time job. They try to make sure financial aid is going through, or they've on the FLA list. That's financial. That's what we consider that. Homesickness, just them not being able to see family, friends like they normally did. They're not really finding a niche here on campus. That's what we're looking for on homesickness. Involvement. Why it's a concern is that either are they over involved or the lack of involved. Okay, over involved would be under overcommitted. So are they involved? Basically, is what we're looking for there. Is a concern that they're not involved, which not necessarily is a concern. It's only a concern if they're looking for it and they can't. If some people don't want to be involved and they just want to go to class, they can still be successful students. So make sure you're elaborating on that if you list that as a concern. Medical being something that, hey, did they have to go to the hospital? Are they dealing with the illness or the flu, pneumonia, etc.? Behavioral conduct, are there visitation issues? Is there noise complaints? An alcohol incident? Whatever the case may be, if it's behavioral, you just click that. Overcommitted, as I mentioned earlier, they're just involved in a lot of stuff. They need to kind of stagger some things. They don't necessarily need to be in everything. They need to pick and choose what's best for them. Personal relationships, as you can see, family, roommates, friends, and significant others, just things beyond academics, more so on their social setting. Varying concerns there. Stress, burnout, they're stressed out on tests, there's anxiety, they're burned out from school, maybe they hadn't had a break or some self-care time. That's what we mean by that. Seclusion, withdrawn, they like to be away, they don't necessarily want to be around people, or they might be introverts, so that's okay. I was saying if you know them to be an extrovert or in big settings and they're not anymore, that could be a concern. So that's what we're looking for there. And visibility in the community kind of goes hand in hand with seclusion withdrawn. Visibility just might means that, hey, well, it might not necessarily be a concern, but they're not around. Either they're working another job or they have friends in the other residence hall. Other, and it can be anything that you think of or you've encountered. Something new, and we want to make sure we kind of use this as our navigational tool if we did realize there were concerns in this area here, is what resources did we refer? If you had no concerns, you had no referral, right? But we did put in here if they have an academic concern, they want to go get academic advising, if that's during the time frame of going and register for classes and talking through what's required for them in the next semester or graduation. And if they want to be involved on campus, like whether they want to go and volunteer with the Maroon Volunteer Center or be a part of our collegiate leadership conference that will be going on in 2021, they can go to that office, Student Engagement and Leadership. That's Montgomery Leadership, Emerging Leaders, and things of that nature. Day one. You can, if you refer them there, you can click that box. If it's a mental health issue, counseling services, if they want to look about jobs, career fairs, and things of resume building and interviews, Career Center, financial aid, any questions they have on FAFSA, scholarships within institutional or elsewhere, paying for their payment plans. Financial aid is a resource you can send them to. Tutoring, supplemental instruction, the Center for Student Success across from Oak Hall. It'd be able to help them through that whatever supplemental instruction schedule, and they can have navigators go in and help them do things as well. Tutoring, the tutoring center throughout campus, the writing center, and all those good activities. Student activities last, if they want to be involved. Then go to student activities and see what's out there. And I know we didn't list all the resources for you. However, you click other and you can add that into there. Okay. I just want to make a quick note here before you submit anything to your supervisor. You can save this form and put as many as you can. We've added a green button with a white plus sign in it. So I have Isaac listed here, and he wrote everything you needed to write on him or include. Now, if you want to write multiple, instead of doing multiple forms, you just add that and it adds another one. And you just go ahead and start plugging in a new person. So if I want to look someone up, bam, they're ready to go, and you just start going and listen to things that you need to listen. I'm sorry. And you can do this for everybody. So if you do maybe 2 or 3 a day, or you do maybe 10 a week, save it as you go. Don't hit submit yet. Just save the form and then go back to it in your reports. And just to let you know what the reports look like, you all have access, as you did have access last semester as well. Go to intentional interactions. Give it a second. Click quick search. It's going to pull everything up. As you can see in the past, it's in each individual submission. If you save the form and add as you go, it's only going to show one right here for you. And you're just going to click that form number and everything's going to pop up, and you just keep adding, save it. And at the very end is when you're going to hit submit to your residence director, if that's who your supervisor is, or your community director. And that will be one form, one submission, not multiple emails inundating all the mailboxes of your supervisor. Well, that is it for intentional interactions. I hope this is an easier process for you than years past. If you have any questions, please contact me or Isaac Elias. We will be happy to answer any questions you may have. Your supervisors will also be a good resource for you to go through and talk through this and any expectations they may have. So we're looking forward to seeing your intentional interactions, and I hope it's a great experience for you. They are going to be due March the 6th this semester, and you'll have plenty of time to do it. You'll have at least 6 weeks, if not more. Thank you.